Good afternoon. I'm James Bell, and I'm CEO of Mobilizer. We make it easy for patients to walk with all of their medical equipment. This is commonly referred to as ambulation. Over 3,000 studies mention ambulation, and they show that it improves outcomes for patients, decreases length of stay, and reduces complications such as blood clots, pressure ulcers, ventilator-associated pneumonia, and even death. Now, this is just from a list of many, but those first three conditions alone result in over $25 billion a year in unreimbursed costs to the U.S. healthcare system. Ambulation is critically important, but it isn't easy. Let's take a walk with the patient to see why. Now, here's a scene that plays out multiple times in intensive care units everywhere. The staff is walking a patient, and as you can see, there are 5 staff members, but 4 of them are needed just to deal with the medical equipment. You have 2 that are dealing with IV poles that are typically overloaded and trying to prevent them from tipping over and damaging equipment or hurting somebody. You have 1 who's providing breathing support for the patient, and you even have 1 pushing the wheelchair. This is a tremendous waste of time and resources. And so clinicians, they're crafty people, and they try to consolidate equipment to make it easier, and they put it in things like wheelchairs, on shopping carts, even little red wagons. And we've seen some clinicians tape oxygen tanks to those collapsible walkers that are intended for home care use. But it gets worse, because it takes 2 clinicians about 20 minutes to prepare the equipment before they can even go for a walk. And when they're done, they have to put all that equipment back. This is a tremendous waste of time and resources. It certainly adds up. In fact, every single time they walk a patient, they waste 160 minutes just focusing on equipment instead of the patient. In the average ICU, this works out to 160 hours every single day. Now, all this wasted time could be put to better use. For example, simply taking that cup of water to the patient who has been asking for it for 45 minutes. And that's becoming increasingly important because Medicare and Medicaid are now reducing payments to hospitals whose patient satisfaction scores fall below the benchmarks. It's time that could be spent actually ambulating the patients further. It shouldn't be this way. And that's why we created the Mobilizer. Mobilizer is one platform where you can place all the equipment, and it's easy to move. And it only takes 1 clinician to walk with the patient. We've even put 6 wheels on the Mobilizer and made it with a low center of gravity so that it moves easily over uneven surfaces and doesn't tip over when it's fully loaded with equipment. We added a hitch for wheelchairs, so no longer do you need somebody pushing that wheelchair behind the patient when they get tired. And the best part, you can put Mobilizer at the bedside. We even included a multi-plug outlet so that you can plug all the equipment into it. And when you're ready to ambulate the patient, you simply unplug 1 plug, release the brakes, and focus your time on the patient where it belongs. All that wasted time is gone. Now, we have competition, but as you can see, they offer limited to no space to put equipment on their devices. We are the only device in the marketplace with a hitch for a wheelchair, and our device is made with a low center of gravity and 6 wheels so that when it's fully loaded, you reduce the risk of tip over. And you can put it at the bedside and leave it there, completely eliminating equipment transfer time. Now, to go to market, we are going to go to the trade shows where clinicians hang out. We're going to publish in their trade journals. And we are forming partnerships with other companies whose products can mount on ours and also make ambulation simple. For example, we've already established a trade partnership with a company where we'll pass through their portable ventilator and sell that to customers as well. Simply mounts on Mobilizer and makes ambulation simple. We're establishing a demo and trial program where we will provide demos for clinicians and other decision makers in the hospital, and we'll provide a 14-day trial with value analysis tools so that the customer can measure the performance of Mobilizer and see what it does for them and for their patients. And finally, we're offering multiple acquisition options. Because let's face it, when you purchase multiple Mobilizers, this is a capital sell. And hospitals don't have huge capital budgets these days. So not only can you purchase Mobilizer outright, but you can lease it, and through our rental partners, you'll be able to rent it. Now, when we convert an 8-facility long-term acute care hospital system and convert all the beds in that system, we'll create $1.5 million of revenue. But there are 400 such hospitals across the country, so that's about $75 million of revenue. In addition to that, there are another 5,600 acute care hospitals in the U.S., and if you simply look at the intensive care unit beds and cardiac care unit beds, you're talking about another $630 million in revenue, for a total of $700 million in market opportunity in the United States alone and $2.1 billion across the world. But this is a platform technology. We've only talked about the critical care environment. It can spread all throughout the healthcare system. We can create models to go in most any market across the healthcare spectrum, and in fact, there are many. This is a huge market opportunity, and it will continue to grow. The team that's bringing it has a tremendous amount of experience and expertise. First, there's David Turner. David Turner is our Chief Innovation Officer, and he is the inventor of Mobilizer. David has spent over 30 years as a cardiopulmonary biomedical specialist solving complex problems with simple solutions such as Mobilizer. He has been the regional director of operations for a medical equipment rental company, as well as for a national home care company. David and I have known each other for nearly 20 years, and he invited me to lead the Mobilizer team. And I have over 20 years of experience in the medical device industry, ranging from sales to operations to management and other functions. Greg Mitchell is our business advisor, and Greg brings a wide breadth of experience from startups to the Fortune 50 and has spent time in virtually every business function across those organizations and has specific expertise in finance and project management. And next, Tony Alexander is our compliance and legal counsel. Tony has had direct experience with FDA regulatory issues and has been general counsel at a couple of medical device companies and also teaches patent law at the University of Memphis. To date, we have developed 3 models of Mobilizer and continue to develop models to go out through the entire healthcare spectrum. We have 3 issued patents. We are a Class 1 exempt device, so all we have to do and have done is registered with the FDA to go to market. We've selected our manufacturer, and we've established 2 product partnerships already. But that's not the best of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to tell you today that we have already sold nearly 100 Mobilizers to some very prestigious institutions. We've sold them to places like Vanderbilt University Medical Center, Massachusetts General Hospital, Kaiser, and I'm really excited to say that I'm announcing for the first time today that we've received our 2nd purchase order from the Cleveland Clinic, one of the top hospitals in the United States. Now here's what we're asking today to move forward with this business and bring Mobilizer further into the marketplace. We're asking for $650,000 so we can build our inventory, relaunch sales, and launch our marketing campaign. And in January, launch our Ambulation Online Center of Excellence, where customers can go to share protocols for ambulation, earn continuing education credits, and get financial tools to help them justify their ambulation programs. By March, we'll launch an additional accessory line. And check this out. By June of next year, we'll stop consuming cash and start absorbing cash from our customers. By the end of next year, we'll be break even on profit and loss. And in fiscal year 2015, we'll have a $1.3 million operating profit. Now, we've spoken with a lot of customers in the last 90 days. And one in particular, Liz, who's the ambulation manager at the Cleveland Clinic, said Mobilizer will pay for itself in 2 days. She's right. It'll pay for itself in 2 days, and it'll get her patients healed faster and get them out of the hospital faster. We invite you to join Mobilizer and the Cleveland Clinic and our other customers on this quest. Again, I'm James Bell. I'm CEO of Mobilizer, and we look forward to speaking with you at the reception this evening. Thank you.